Hello, 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 and welcome back to another trek through the dungeon. Yeah, I know I said I was gonna take a break for them, and I was, and I am, and I did, but I also feel like playing a little bit right now. I didn't feel like continuing my Shishinaga run just this minute, though. I felt like doing a random new bizarre throwaway kind of character, maybe. So, still trying to figure out what character I want to run exactly. I'd consider just doing a Spriggan since I haven't done one in a while, but I don't know. I guess I could take another stab at getting a Centaur out of the dungeon. I did pretty well with my Berserker last time. It's possible I could win with the Centaur Berserker. Uh, yeah. Wow, maybe I should have thought this through more before I started. Let's go random. Let's go random and see what happens. Random species. I'm a Tengu. Okay, I can work with that. Let's go Tengu, and they make really good conjurers. So hell, let's just go Tengu Conjurer, like straight up. Am I using the new book or the old book? This is the old Conjurer book. Nah, no. If I'm gonna do a Conjurer, I want it to be with the new book so that y'all can see the new spells in action. Um, Abandoning the dungeon. And hang on while I pull up Crawl .13, which I should have. Stone soup. Oh, come on. No, it's somewhere. Blah 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 blah. Tiles. Heh, wouldn't you know it, it's in the perfect spot on the screen. Alright, we'll just go ahead and close 11. Run 13. Right. Try that again. We'll go Tengu Conjurer known as Flappy Bird. Yes, Flappy Bird enters the dungeon. Let's see. Right off the bat, because I'm a conjurer with a +3 aptitude to conjurations, definitely want to focus my killing potential first. Will also help my casting speed. A little bit less worried about magic. Probably more should be a little bit more worried than I am. A little bit of spell casting goes a long way after all. But we'll see how necessary that becomes. Oh crap. Let's think. The correct solution is to leave the dungeon right now. It's the best bet I have of staying alive. Since, however, that's considered losing the game, let's instead go ring around the rosy with these guys. Since I can actually see them through the glass, I'll have a very good prediction of if/when they turn around on me. Looks like he's out of darts, which helps a lot. Let's pick up the club, just on the off chance. Actually, I can probably throw that at him. He's too small to throw it back with any skill. There we go, dead. Uncursed dagger, thank God. Oh yes, I'm playing the version of the game where all chunks are edible. That's a nice little boon. I swear it looked like he transmuted into a snake. Anyway, yeah, so we're just gonna boom, level up, back the fuck off. Now, New Conjurer book is worse than the old Conjurer book in my mind for two reasons. Firstly, I consider the initial book you get to be primarily, well, okay, let me rephrase. In the old game, the Conjurer book did not involve uniquely conjurer-related spells. Rather, it included elemental conjurations at some higher levels, and it included Mephitic Cloud for a low level. So it actually walked out really nicely for you. You had your Magic Dart at level 1. You had your, whatchamacallit. Yeah, you had your Magic Dart at level 1. You had your, I forget which at level 2. I think ice or fire basic spell. Then at level 3 you had Mephitic Cloud, which was your massive utility and survival spell. Oh, level 3 was probably Conjure Flame, actually. Come to think of it, I don't remember, but something like that. So no matter how you slice it, you were walking out pretty nicely for the first few levels. And then you transition over to higher level play, and you have your level 6, which is, whatchamacallit, the icy spell. The one that's icy. You know what I'm talking about. The Freezing Cloud. Which is level 6 power, very effective at clearing rooms or just you know, providing a zone that you can survive in for a long period of time. Or you can't survive in, but you can kill things in for a long period of time. So overall, it was pretty good. And because it had Mephitic Cloud, it fulfilled my criteria for early game survivability. Even without having all the utility of the wizard in terms of the magic, in terms of the blink, in terms of the, well, really just the blink is the big one there. Anyway, yeah. Fast forward to the new guy. In version, I want to say 0.12, though it might have been as late as 0.13, they decided to create some new spells that were conjuration, pure conjuration. So you had your Issekundurun's Mystic. That's the one I'm probably forgetting. There's Issekundurun's Mystic Blast. Crap, I'm getting starving. Considering I was swamped with chunks before, it's kind of unfortunate. Now I'm actually starving. I need to eat because I can't cast spells while starving. And now, of course, the chunks come in. Yay! Timing! Anyway, whatever. Fast forward there. They made more spells that were uniquely conjuration. And while I think that was thematically appropriate, to be sure, I just missed the non-thematically appropriate conjuration spells of yore. I found Mephitic Cloud to be more effective in many situations, after all. Letting me get in a lot more DPS, or damage period, letting me escape, letting me kill enemies I couldn't otherwise touch, that kind of thing. That said, some of the new spells were pretty interesting. Also, in version 0.12, Issekundurun's, or was it 0.11? I forget which one. One of those two. Issekundurun's Mystic Blast got nerfed so goddamn heavily as to be almost useless for single target damage potential. Compare this to its status back in version 0.9, or I think it was 0.9, where I once said of it, if I find this spell before the mid-game, I tend to do really, really well. If I don't find the spell before the mid-game, I tend to die. Yeah, that's how big a difference the nerfs had in it for it. Technically improved it somewhat against single target damage, but I don't care about single target damage, or sorry, multi-target damage. But only somewhat, since it was 50-50 if it would ever proc, and even if it proc, it's not really that much more damage. It divided out the damage, so yeah, not that good. Plus made it noisier. None of these are good things. You'll notice I did in fact turn on spellcasting because I'm tired of this constant hungeration. Can I do anything better than a magic dart on him? Not yet. What does it take to learn these? Okay, so I should really pick up them. So anyway, enter the new conjuration spells. They introduced what I like to call Orbital Death Laser, but what is actually called Issekundurun's Mystic Battle Sphere, which is one of the most interesting spells of recent time to be added to the game, and one of the most entertaining ones to use. To be honest, a big part of the reason I decided to make this a 0.13 run on the fly like I did was because without that spell, a pure conjurator doesn't seem as interesting to watch to me, and so I assumed for you guys as well. That said, they did take away all the survivability tools from the original conjurator, which again is thematically appropriate. After all, if you're going for early game survivability, you should be as a mage, you should be playing a wizard. And if you're going for early game survivability, period, you should just be playing a berserker. Or some other kind of ridiculously potent, beefy, melee / monstrous race. Yay, I can fly! You can fly? You can fly? I can fly! Let's get out of the way and memorize Issekundurun's Mystic Blast. That way I do have a alternative to just... I can now shoot things, or I can shoot things hard. You'll notice that shoot things hard did very little extra damage, and I am being chased by the goddamn police. I may die here. I have no identified potions. I am running through dead ends. I think my best bet is to drink a potion. Nope, that was paralysis. If I live, it'll be a miracle. It's a miracle. I'm alive. I can't possibly fight this guy. Ah, crap. Drink a potion. Restore abilities. Drink a potion. Curing. Oh my god, not again. I'm out of curing, so... There we go. Found the haste potion. Nope, nothing I drink helped me there, so I just died. Yep, that was a good case for why Mephitic Cloud is better in my opinion than Conjurations. If I had had Mephitic Cloud, I would have just used Mephitic Cloud and we wouldn't be in this situation. But because I didn't have Mephitic Cloud, I had to die. Because I was faced with an enemy I couldn't retreat from. I could have retreated towards the stairs better than I did, admittedly, and I did make enough distance that I might have been able to get up the stairs. That was a misread of the map. That much was my fault. But beyond that, I'm not sure what else I could have done. Oh well, early death is early, and that's why I wasn't playing a real race. Sorry, a real killer combo. But we didn't get to see any of the conjurations, and that makes me sad. So let's go with the next bird and just throw him in there. I should technically delete my ghosts right now, but I'm kind of lazy to go about and do that in the middle of the video. So let's just fire it up right away. This time, let's get spellcasting and conjurations in tandem early on, and then we'll quickly turn off spellcasting when it hits level 2 or 3. Pay special attention to these things. Also, I might consider the problem with trying to play the identification game any earlier than I did is that I only had one copy of most of those potions anyway. So if I had test ID'd test quaff potions and somehow not gotten mutated, the only benefit would have been that I wouldn't have been paralyzed. And while that paralysis should have killed me in one turn, I randomly got out of it pretty fast and then just died. Oh, wow. No, see, this is way better to start. I have 5 mana instead of 3 this early. Yeah, I'm much more pleased with this opening. I'm trying to bust in there, but that thing is not taking much damage. You will kneel before me, and one day your heirs. Okay, there, got him. Done. More nom noms. Get rat flesh. Nope, don't get bit by a worm. There's literally no good reason to be bit by a worm this early. Or more accurately would be to say there's no valid excuse for being bit by a worm. Okay, that was stupid of me. I knew he was there. I don't know why I went down. And now I'm running away blindly, hoping that, well, maybe. Shit, I'm gonna risk the bite and just run the other way. I don't want to use my dispersal darts. Shit. I have no choice. I've got to bail. So much for that. I admittedly made a mistake there. I went down the stairs, which I shouldn't have done, and suffered a bite. And that forced me into a situation where I had to take a 50-50 shot at dying. Which is now a lot worse than 50-50, and now I'm dead again. Wow, I feel bad. I feel like not having played this game in as long as I have has worsened my abilities. But we're going to do a third run, and this time I will bring all of my intellect and skill to bear on this combo. In other words, time for no more Mr. Nice Guy Bird. Okay, let us review. We're going to open with spellcasting conjurations, then we're going to switch over to dodging so that I can survive my early, or not entirely, we're going to trickle into dodging and switch over. Switch off spellcasting. Explore carefully. I have no escape mechanism, so I can't act like I have one. You're just dead. Okay. Level up. 5 points of magic. We'll let spellcasting go just a hint longer. Okay. I've got 2 copies of the scroll. That's enough that if it's an ID scroll, I can try it on an item. If it's a... Nope, it's a tele scroll. Well, it's a good thing I busted that early. Now I can teleport out of danger once. Or, with my bad luck, into danger once. But I'll make it work. That is the goal. How are we doing for spells? I don't know Searing Ray. Oh, yeah, that's the charge laser. If you stand still and keep firing, it becomes powerful. It's pretty good against slow and or non-moving targets, but the thing is, if you have a slow to non-moving target, anything is pretty good. And it unfortunately has that property of starting off bad and becoming good damage-wise over time, meaning it will never kill your target quickly. So I will always consider it inferior. Then again, I don't know if it's a multi-target attack or not, which could make a difference. Ooh! Okay, everything geeps. I'm up to 7 points of magic. This is a good time to turn off spellcasting. Let's turn on dodge, but strong focus is on conjurations, for which I have both positive aptitude and ultimately the best offense is the best offense. And the best defense is a good offense. This is not floor 4. There's no chance that that is a doorway into the temple. Let's see what we got here. Monster, monster, monster. Thing with arms. Extra teleport scroll. I'm tempted. Let's fight for this. Ah, crap. I should have used my exploding dart sooner. Perfect. Nope. I made enough noise to wake up half of these things, and there we go. 2 kills. That's exactly what I needed to have happen. I've made enough noise to attract half the floor, so let's back off. We don't know what curing is yet, so let's not get poisoned. Back off. That floor is decompressed. The goodies aren't going anywhere. Let's try another. Nope. That's effectively not a door. I'll poke everything within sight, and then I can leave if necessary. Bringing my skill to bear would just have been a euphemism for saying I'm going to stare dance like a motherfucker. Nope. Back off. Other door. Mana back. Other door. Mana back. That could have been a poison death right there, if I had been a little bit less lucky. But you know what? You can never be 100%. You've got to take a few chances. Optimal play does not necessarily mean perfect. It may mean perfect play, but that's not the same as having a 100% chance of success. Okay, so far so good. We'll continue to poke around nice and slowly. Now we're pretty far out. Back to the stairs, please. We'll check looking downwards. This is a very long, narrow hall that I took to get here, so I have no real safe retreat. But it's okay, because either this floor is decompressed or I've already killed most of the key threats by the looks of it. This would be a good time to memorize a spell. Let's pick up... So I just realized Battle Sphere, which is the one I want, and Mystic Blast, which is the one I can cast, are the same difficulty. Sorry, are the same spell level, but one requires more training. So because of charms, I am going to memorize the second one to enable the charm school. And as soon as dodging hits a 3, it's going off. Yeah, so much for using all my skill if I'm training if I'm doing poly spell training, right? That was unfortunate. I was hoping to come around the corner before he chased me. But I did manage to attack the sleeping gecko while it was asleep, without draining my mana for fighting the snake, which was the goal. Okay, because I've decompressed this area, I should be good, but... Okay, good. So what happened is one of them picked up the teleport scroll, but mercifully he didn't use it, so it came back. I would have been very disappointed if by my caution I had missed my opportunity. I should probably take the short sword. I can train swords pretty easily as a Kenku. Or Tengu, sorry, they've changed now. But we'll see. Next floor. Nom 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 nom. Yay, I can fly! This is about how well it went before I died last time. Shit, that's a bad, bad place to be. Let's just get out of here, and we'll worry about what comes with me in a second. Shout a couple times. Seriously? I know you're in there. Alright, fuck you guys. I'm not going in there. Not like that. Oh yeah, we can try this door out now. Now that the whole floor is clear. Oh, snap! It's a little wonderful area. Of these gods, I would have liked to pick Vehumet. Unfortunately, Sifmuna and Vehumet are not the same god. But Sifmuna is not without his boons and benefits. Mana channeling is a good thing. If I'm gonna go pure conjurator, as my class, race, and style would suggest, Vehumet's still the better option. Actually, he doesn't do mana refund anymore, so really I'm just doing it for the range at that point. He's a really good option. Fuck it, I'm gonna go Sifmuna because he's here, and because there's no guarantee I'm gonna live long enough to get the other god. See, and that, again, is a matter of trying to maximize my play advantage. By taking the good stuff right in front of me and not worrying about the good stuff that may or may not exist later on down the road. Bronze wand. We should try out this wand before I'm in a critical situation. What? Why did nothing happen? Because it's a dig wand. Okay. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh. Fireball is not bad. Fireball is really nice. But unfortunately, I've decided to go or fortunately, I haven't picked an elemental school to go to yet, so I'm going to be forced to go wizardry / hexes for a while. See, and that's my other beef with the pure conjurator approach they took. They made them, rather than doing 100% conjurations 100% of the time, they also added this hexes component and the charms component, so that what should have been, in my mind, a pure, if underwhelming school became a mixed school, which in my opinion made it too similar to fire, ice, and poison from what it used to be. I like the concept of pure conjurations just being raw, untyped elemental, or not untyped energy blasted in your face, Kamehameha style, for those of you who know the reference. Let's use the scroll I have most of to ID this. Strength plus int plus shield. I like it a lot, actually. And with all these scrolls, one of them is bound to be a remove curse, so I'm going to wear it. To see how... Nope, it unfortunately impacts my casting too much without proper training. And I'm at a 0, so my ability to train it is going to be average. Let's read all my scrolls till I figure out which of these will remove it. There we go. We'll drop the +5 shield, but we are going to remember it. In fact, that is probably my best bet for defense for a while. I definitely am considering, yeah, I'm going to carry it with me until I'm out of weight issues at the very least. Because I don't want anyone else in the dungeon to take this one. What else do I have that I could identify? I'm at 1 offs for scrolls, but I found all my escape scrolls, which is critical. Let's ID these potions I have the most of, hoping one is the cure. No. Yes, okay. Now I don't need to read ID scrolls anymore. I can it is now an acceptable gambit to go without doing that. See? See? Already knowing which one is the cure is probably going to be required information. We'll see if I can live without it, though. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2... Nope, we lived without it. Beautiful. I would have laughed so hard at myself if I died to a dart right as I said that. But yeah, I might potentially... Now I don't have to treat poison enemies like they are instantly lethal. They are merely very dangerous. Or additively dangerous. Alright, we're starving. Eat a meat ration right now because I see the replacement right there. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck just hit me? That was a magic dart. Back off. Activate battle sphere twice. They both failed. So I'm just gonna walk off while my horde of butterflies flies in a buttery fashion. 38% is a pretty bad fail chance, admittedly, but I wasn't too worried about the side effects of failing that level spell. Oh, you son of a bitch! Should have deleted the goddamn ghost. Why didn't I take the time when I could have? I don't play with ghosts locally. When you're on the server and you have no choice, you kind of have to. So I just make sure to play OP classes when I play on the server. But I don't consider it cheating because it's like reinstalling the game every time you play. If it's fair to play it. Oh, are you kidding me? There's Vehumet right there. Ah, what a bitch. Anyway, I do have the silvery potion now, and oh shit, it's an ogre. We're going to take our chances on another battle sphere cast. We got it. Boom. I needed the DPS, and I had the mana to tank the miscast if necessary. I had the teleport scroll in case the ogre got too close, so I was willing to take the chance, but yeah. And that's how, Battle Sphere is what I like to call, as I said before, Orbital Death Laser. It's ridiculously powerful. What it does is, anytime you land... Oh man, I forgot I can't just cast it. I thought ZB was Blink. It's not. Oh, you can follow me up through the red doors? Crap. That may force my hand potion wise. Nope. Wrong again. How am I able to eat? I guess worker answer and... Oh yeah, soldier answer the poison ones. Wow, I'm rusty. Anyway, what it does is it lets you paint targets. So if you have a battle sphere, it will hover around. It can take damage. It can be destroyed. Your goal is... But it tends to not really die unless it's, like, somehow forced into the line of fire. It will fire a... For every target you hit with a conjuration attack, so like magic dart, or no, for every enemy you target with such an attack, it will try and get into range and then fire its own attack. And its attack is the strength and power of a classic, well, at least similar to a classic Secundran's Mystic Blast. I don't know if it's actually identical. Shit. Should have summoned that first. So you can see how I'm 86ing these monsters because A, I'm hitting them with a magic dart, which is trivial, but B, I'm getting the benefit of the Mystic Battle Sphere shot underneath it, which is significantly better. And that's why it was one of the first spells that I tried to train up for, and why I was willing to branch out into fucking charms this early on with no charm spells to my name. Except, I guess, Haste, which is a level 6. Haste is great, but it's not great this early. Where you can manage just fine without it most of the time. Alright, and I am... Now, there's a finite number of uses you get out of a given sphere, and the more spell power you put into Battle Sphere, the more uses you get. But again, that just makes it one of those... That just makes it an even better spell, more powerful spell in my mind, because the uses count is tied to... Uses per cast is tied to power, but the damage is not, at least not as strongly, tied to power. So if I can cast it at all, I'm getting the full rewards. Kind of the way that if you cast invisibility, the duration might go up, sure, but you're not more invisible or less invisible based on your spell power. And boom, now I can just 86 these ogres, and it is skyrocketing my leveling up. And my piety, conjurations and charms. How good is charms? Let's get charms just a little bit higher. It does lead to situations where, in order to position yourself relative to your buddy, you find yourself stepping further out or not far enough out, as the case may be. And that's, again, good strategy. That's just room for good strategy. Or that's just a good strategic element. Channel some mana while I'm holding chunks that I can eat. And let's ID this amulet. Actually, I can remove curses, right? No, I can't. Then we need to ID the amulet. Stasis. It's a damn good thing I ID'd that guy. That would have been bad. You wear stasis too long, you feel like, oh, this amulet doesn't really do anything. You forget, you're like, I'll figure out what it does later. And then it's like, oh, I need to teleport. Incorrect. Lose your teleport scroll. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. And it's like, no, I wasn't playing Monopoly. And it's like, yes, you were playing Monopoly. Okay, it may not have gone. Shit. That's the other problem with Battlesphere. It can absolutely be hit in the face and then killed. But, you know, it doesn't tend to die unless you are fighting in a corridor or awkwardly positioning it. Or maybe against much stronger enemies. I don't know. Obviously, it being a mid-tier spell. I probably don't use it as much at higher level. You know, once I get my tier 6s to the point that they're my bread and butter, it probably dropped by the wayside a little. Then again, I can have it going simultaneously pretty easily, and by the time my spell power is that high, I bet the duration on this becomes something fierce too. I don't know, I don't play version 0.13 very much, I just played it in the tournaments, so to make sure that I could get a win on it, so you know, it's fair to say I probably don't know. Let's eat some grapes. Just enough to hold me down while I keep moving. Blork the Orc and Grinder. Shit. This is a bad place. Grinder paralyzes me, and then Blork kills me. Let's just try a different approach. Also, to my knowledge, it's not like it loses shots every time it gets hit or anything. It's a flat, either it's destroyed and it has 0 shots, or it's not destroyed and it has its finite capacity of bullets. It does, however, disappear over time as well. So, if you don't use it at all, it's not like it persists with you, as you can tell every time I stop to rest. That's obviously the case. Possible sky weapon for 294. A rune dagger for 62. I'll take the possible sky weapon, why not? Especially because, oh, perfect. See, this is the difference between fighting. Oh, come on, seriously? How are you gonna play me like that? He waited until my thing. He didn't know that he was doing it, but he waited me out. Right, let's try out this sky weapon. I have a remove curse again, so I can just wield it. Freeze, resist poison, dex -3. That's actually not the worst weapon in the world. The resist poison is huge this early on. Dex -3 does hit my evade by 1, but 12 is still very respectable. I'm tempted to just keep this for the time being, at least until I'm out of the woods. Let's try on the ring. Nope. The ring being cursed is a deal breaker for me, so I do need to... Shit, I kind of want to ID it too, but no. Let's just drop the cursed ring. Or remove the cursed ring. Okay, perfect. And we will... If that's Ijib, let's kill him too. There's a grinder alive on this floor. So it's going to be very important to be very careful. Yep, he paralyzed me, but at that distance, I wasn't in any danger. And that right there is, again, part of why I said before I was starting this I was actually going to play well this time. The decision to not... 9 out of 10 odds, I would have been just fine if I had stood my ground and fought both Blork and... I would have been able to kill Grinder and then gone upstairs just fine. But it was also a situation where I'm taking a risk for no reward. And those are the worst kinds of risks to take. More so than uncertain risks or poorly balanced risks. Just a risk that you don't need to do this. Okay. Charms at 5 is probably excessive. Yep, we got this down to 4% castability. That's very respectable. Let's get back to work on spell casting for the sake of healing. Also, no other shields in the dungeon? Damn. Ooh, this was just a killer floor all around, wasn't it? With Sigmund and Grinder. Okay, perfect. Got his attention. This is my perfect position, by the way. Battlesphere blocking incoming fire. Monster behind it, so I fire through the Battlesphere, and the Battlesphere fires on my target as well. Now, technically, that does increase the odds of my target killing the Battlesphere and leaving me suddenly with neither Battlesphere nor where to run. But I'm banking on the fact that my target is going to be dead before it gets to melee. Yeah, you can ignore it, that's fine. Where are we dropping? We need to drop weight. Can drop one meat ration. And we can ID some stuff. Let's ID potions for a bit. Okay. A couple of potions have been ID'd. I'm feeling ballsy, so I'm going to test quaff a couple potions too. Might, slow, and confuse. Beautiful. Just stuff I want to burn since I've already ID'd some of the more important ones. We'll try out these rings with identification later on. Oh, you just shut up, you goddamn kobold. Okay, there's a lot of whites, and that's what I meant when I said kobold. We'll just take them out. Oh shit! I walked one square too many by typing too fast, and now I'm out of mana. This right here is a good time to teleport. Initiate teleport. What is that weapon he's wielding? A halberd? No, it's an axe. Okay. Initiate teleport. Walk into range and just wait. Gonna heal wounds, which was unnecessary, but I couldn't take the chance. I am drained, which means all my skills are a little bit harder to use, but not enough harder that it actually affects my bottom line. Let's get some EXP back by killing all these things. There we go, the drain is removed. But this does mean that whenever I find that white again, odds are good it will have picked up the drain weapon. This is the spot where I had to teleport, so let's activate Sphere in anticipation of needing it. Nope. Okay. There he is. Goddamn son of a bitch. More blasting. Conjurations is up at 14. That's not bad. Wake up the bear. Buggy dipper, buggy dipper, buggy dipper. Menkaure, wow, okay. You got a makeover. You look like a greater mummy right now. My cursed sword is cursed again. Great. The reason I want the added DPS for these low damage targets is that they tend to be dodgy as fuck, and Magic Dart has really high... I think Magic Dart has perfect accuracy, so it's just a good combo to use against them. High damage, guaranteed to hit compared to their evade. Actually, now that I think about it in those terms, that's probably part of why this is such a good combination, period. It's high likelihood to hit combined with high accuracy. That's a teleporter. And that's a whole lot of dead things. Multiple remove curse scrolls, that's good. Let's try on this ring. And this ring. No idea what they do, huh? I'll remove them both then. I don't know what they do. They're not doing me a lot of good. Well, they are doing me a lot of good and I don't know it. Eventually, in most games, I have an excess of identification scrolls. I'm not too worried about this game being different in that regard. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Any armor that I've missed that I should have been wearing by now? What am I in? A robe and a cloak? Seems pretty much similar. Now, technically speaking, what I could and should be doing if I was going for truly optimal, albeit degenerate play, is try on every white piece of white robe I find, until eventually I find a +1 or a +2, because those absolutely can come in white. I have the remove curses to handle any negatives that I happen to put on in the time being. That said, as much as I want to play well, I'm not willing to play degenerately right now. It's too frustrating, even for its own good. Okay, I'm just trying out random stuff on you. Killing you with efficiency. Odds are even I will never use most of these wands, but like never need to use most of these wands. Just one for a little bit of added DPS, and the dig wand was an exception, of course. I can see myself absolutely making good use of that, if for no other reason than just to escape it. It's probably a recharge or an armor plus. If it's an armor plus, I don't care. If it's a recharge, I want it on digging. It is! Yay! That's an armor plus. Much as I don't care, I'd rather have it than not have it. Let's put it on the cloak, as that's most likely the last thing I'm gonna... Of those two, it's the one I'm most likely not to do just yet. I would rather not forget a spell. We can drop all of the plus... Actually, yeah, we can just drop all of the weapon scrolls. Since I'm likely to be a sky weapon user for the majority of the game, if not the entirety of the game. They serve very little purpose right now. Drop the scroll of amnesia so it doesn't get burned up. Strategic versus tactical resource. Okay, we're gonna drop some weight quickly. I can even drop a curing spell potion, why not? Anything to memorize at this point? Fireball is actually getting to the point that it could be learned. And I wouldn't mind committing to fire. It'd be nice to have one more spell though. But I don't have any AoEs, and that would give me an AoE, and much like Magic Dart, Fireball always hits. May not always roll very high on its damage rolls, and it can be resisted by fire resistance, but it doesn't miss, which is kind of important. That was pretty cool. Ritual Sacrifice Chamber. Seen it before. Forget where it was added. I think it's actually in the version I play. Nope, never mind that. My prayer key is 0. So I was just like, just go. I don't care about your food. A rat? Kill the rat. How are we doing for yeah, we're gonna probably turn off spellcasting in a little bit. I don't lack for edibles after all. Go ahead and drop a Wand of Flame just to free up some weight capacity, and then go down to 4. So at this point, I have got my bread and butter kill spell going, and I think that's the one real advantage you have when playing a Conjurer versus playing a... Shit. Conjurer versus playing a Wizard. With a Wizard, you are not guaranteed that you're going to find your mid-game kill spell. So your mid-game might well be, you're given all sorts of escape and survival tools, but boy Nelly, do you have to use them. With the Conjurer, you're not given nearly as many escape tools, but if you're doing your job right, you shouldn't have to escape even half as often. We're just going to drop half the silver darts and almost all the needles and all the paralysis needles, because I don't even have a blowgun yet, and 8 ordinary darts, and 3 meat rations, and a bread ration. Just boom. Lose some serious weight. Because this is getting fucking ridiculous how often the game's like, oh no, you're too fat, you need to lose weight. Okay, if there's ever a dungeon announcer that talks like that, seriously, I will quit playing the game. Forever. Ooh, book. Envenomations. Ugh, come on! It's called Envenomations. How are you not gonna have... Well, I guess Mephitic Cloud is more of a confused than a... Yeah. For the life of me, I'll never understand why they made it Conjuration, Poison, and Air instead of, you know, Hex. Mephitic Cloud is the ultimate in hexing. Oh, crap. Let's just make a nice run for it. And now that I have a little bit of shit. Boom, kill. And new book, Hindrance. Okay. Again, nothing that I really want particularly, but we are going to drop all of these. Technically, I should really pick up, no. I'm actually seriously considering picking up Confuse, because going partial hexes makes sense on a Conjurer, and I would absolutely, be able... That would give me the ability to look at a single target adjacent to me and be like, no, stop chasing me. At least for a while. Problem is, that ability will drop off hard once I get past this mid-gamey point. Thing is, I may not survive past the mid-gamey point if I don't study something. I don't mind memorizing spells that I won't need for except for a little while. I have a serious objection to spending time studying those spells though. And see, that was a clear case of fighting in a narrow hallway, meaning my sphere kept getting beat up. And so I had to keep recasting it. But it was worth it because every time my sphere got beat up, I got a little bit of distance out of it. Oh crap, this place is a terrible place to fight. Let's just get out of here before I die. And then they give me a nice soft enemy to fight against with... Oh shit. Fireball here. There we go. Needed to kill it quickly. And I do not mind making liberal use of wands. As I pointed out before, I'm unlikely to use most of them for most of the game, which means keeping them, hanging on to them for a long time now is just ludicrous on the face of it. I'm gonna drop the fruits. Okay, this whole area is just a giant ass grid, so we're gonna go back to the doorway of the grid up here. Something was coming through my battle sphere. That worried me. Okay, I'm about to die if I'm not very careful, so we're going to teleport right now. feel a little bit bad about burning my teleport scroll in that fashion. I might have been able to tough that out, but no, I couldn't risk it. Okay, so now what's the plan? This grid is a fucking annoying, lethal death trap maze for a mage like myself. It constantly forces me into melees that I don't want to be in. It's also a long way away from the nearest hidey hole. I think I will memorize Fireball at this point. If for absolutely no other reason, it gives me an answer to the I just need a big spell to shoot that thing right now. If I can set up a orbital death laser, it's obviously the superior option in most situations, but I can't always be guaranteed of that. Just randomly eat one of the rations off the ground that I left behind. I didn't consider that using it at melee range is still not necessarily possible with the thing, with Fireball. But no matter. It's still another option to me. Okay. Ooh, acquirement! Way too early, unfortunately, but this definitely is always acquire armor territory. An encrusted cloak with a little bit of cold and a little bit of stealth minus, and a non-benefit to AC. This is not a great item. Let's go for it again. See if I get something better. -5 gloves. Wow. Yeah. So the thing about acquirement scrolls is they're often nice until they're not, and then they just suck balls. We're just gonna launch a fireball in that general direction because I suspect that there's enemies on top of enemies there. Unfortunately, they were around the corner. And I'm totally out of magic. Do I have a potion of magic? I do not. What's the easiest way to escape this grid? Northeast. Or northwest. Let's go southwest, sorry. Let's go southwest. Got one more shot out of the sphere before my luck ran out. Do not go down the same staircase. That nearly killed you before. Or did it actually kill you? I forget. So, holy cow, that, my guess is that grid is a mini vault that is designed to spawn with good loot, because 2 scrolls seems like a little bit much of a coincidence. 2 scrolls of requirement seems like a little bit much of a coincidence. Now, if there was code, I don't know, maybe there is, but if there is code for crappy loot that looks good, disguised as, you know, an ordinary acquirement scroll, that's definitely what it is. Yeah, there I risked the melee attack just to land the freeze stack. To be entirely fair, I haven't fared so badly here. At least not so badly that I, you know, haven't been able to land my kills and get my EXP buffs. I've only burned 1 teleport scroll, and for that I've killed everything else here. Shit, that was a cure mutation and I just blew it. I will keep the resist cold cloak until I have +2 cloak available with some effect possibly. And there's no reason not to, right? Is there no way to reach that other half of the dungeon without... Screw it. Give me a dig wand. So I am unusually focused on one spell school right now, even for me. Well, for me, but there's a reason for it. Right now, I have an undeniable 20-ish, 20 plus power in my chosen spell school. Okay, it's probably not 20. It's probably 20-ish. What is it? What is it exactly? 18. That's pretty devastating. I haven't even found the lair yet. This is a bad place to fight. I'm running out of mana. And I gotta remember that I worship Sif Muna for a reason. God damn. Those of you watching must be screaming at your monitors from all the times that I should have been and haven't been using Sif Muna's channeling. Yeah, ignore that, please. We're gonna fire on that group. With fire on that group. Oh! Fun fact! Apparently my fire is also triggering my battle sphere because it is in fact still a conjuration spell. That I did not notice before. I wonder if it I'm assuming it only targets my primary target, but even still. Any luck on finding any shields left in the dungeon? Perhaps a buckler? No? Okay. We did find the temple, but we did not yet find the Orcish mines. If we found the Orcish mines, I think it would be a fair gambit to try and... It'd be a fair gambit to try and enter the Orcish mines just to get a shield. Because there's bound to be bucklers flying aplenty when there's orcs to slay aplenty. Try out my rings, see what they are. Poison resist ring. Perfect. Let's wear that. And now I can wield a non-crappy weapon. And why is this a crappy weapon? Because it's dex -3, and I'm not using its melee capabilities. So regardless, I mean, maybe it's an amazing weapon, but I haven't even bothered to find that out yet. Drop. I don't want these flame wands used against me, but I don't really need them either, so I'm just going to ditch them up here. And let's try out this latest wand. Of course it's resisted. Let's try out this latest wand. Paralysis. Excellent. I actually don't care for paralysis. I find that enemies that are weak enough with their magic resistance to be hit by it are much more easily killed without it. It's obviously a necessary part of a advanced stalker build, coupled with some means of having or weakening enemy resistance in general, but that's so specific and not what I'm doing as to be irrelevant. Whew, that was a lot of damage that sucker tanked up. Okay, that could have been a death trap. I'm glad it wasn't. But we are at 10 floors and still no lair. I speak, they answer. Let's fireball the blink frogs. Fireball these guys. Go upstairs. No need to take chances. Mrs. Frizzle may take chances, make mistakes, and get messy, but I've already died twice. This doesn't get messier than that. Why don't I just pick up F? Okay. Definitely want to use fire here. And try out my newest wand, why don't you? Draining, interesting. Close the door. Pick up the book. I'm pretty sure Book of Burglary has an amazing spell. Yup, Swiftness! Oh, is it New Swiftness, the one that sucks balls? Or is it Old Swiftness, the one that kicks ass? Let's find out. I can always forget it, right? Yeah, I can always forget it. Also, what else is in the Book of Burglary? Anything I care about? Nope, nothing I care about. Alright, let's ditch the book. Or ditch the weight. Actually, I should ditch weight somehow. Let's ID another ring, I guess. Okay. Ditch a wand of paralysis pretty soon. I just paralyzed myself. It was fun. It's like getting drunk. Says the man who's never been drunk before. Let's drop... You know what? The real weight is right here. Let's just drop all these rations and we'll be fine. Okay. Test. Fill up with magic. This is mostly so I don't get surprised while I'm testing things out. At. Your movement speed is average. What? Oh. At. Your movement speed is aided by the wind and quick. You can move swiftly. You can still move swiftly. Your movement is aided by the wind and quick. Your movement speed is average. Okay, so at no point did it ever say my movement speed was slowed, which is definitely a good sign. Ooh, what I was looking for. Give me a goddamn buckler, you pieces of shit! Elven would be nice, but I know better than to expect elven gear in the orcish mines. Where's my exit? Okay, there it is. It's camouflaged. Is there a way I can nail all these guys quickly? Not really. Not without mana channeling, which takes time. So we're going to get out of there. We're going to channel all my mana back for waiting. Pull. Before my orb dissipates, I just need to kill them all. Alright, pull. Knock them out. Knock them out. Still nothing. Okay. Oh, crap. You guys. You seriously can't target that automatically, huh? Okay. Fungal colony is dead. Wow, that thing instantly died. We're just gonna fireball a bunch of times just to thin out your numbers, and then we'll go up. Everything is dead. Dust to dust. Eat everything that I can. Global everything in sight. Okay. You guys aren't gonna make me walk very far from the stairs, are you? Oh shit, that's a knight. What's the correct answer here? I can't kill it. Not without some kind of trick up my sleeve that I'm forgetting I have. Yeah, we're just gonna leave. Orcish Knight is a good excuse to not go back there. Which sucks, because I really did have my heart set on getting that shield training going for my beautiful shield, but I guess it's for the best. Heavy shields are not exactly the lightest item. You can ditch that. Actually, how am I with transfigurations? Transmutations. -2? Yeah, we can forget that. I do want to start branching out, so let's at least pick up some defense skills. You know, if it can't be the one I wanted, it can be one that I needed. Oh, shit, I'm starving. I wasn't paying attention. I have to do this. At least I have poison resistance, right? Let's try and give them enough room to fry them from the side. He's so dead without poison resistance right now. Oh my god, so much death. Keep that up, and you'll be in good shape. Burn, burn, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, there we go. Swiftness. Because I do have that now, I don't have to walk away from threats that I can run away from. That might have been the correct play. If I'd had the mana, I can use the swiftness to stay ahead of the Orcish Knight. Wait. Troll hide. Put 2 and 2 together. When did my robe get cursed? Troll hide. Put 2 and 2 together. Troll armor. And I'm still at 1% fail on account of my ridiculous levels of overtraining. That's kind of awesome. Nonetheless, we will try and get some armor training so that we can use this better. I'm turning off conjurations at this point. At 20 training, it is severely overtrained. Let's put it this way. My battle sphere is at 6 out of 8, despite the fact that my charms is at 5. It's kind of awesome. Fear. Noise. The hell is Q? Must have been cursed jewelry or something, because I probably didn't have any on at the time to curse on. Yeah, that would explain it. If that were it, that would explain it. Oh, wait. I already met the lair, didn't I? Yeah, I know it's wasteful, I just felt like eating permafoods, so sue me. To the lair! Unlike the Orcish Mines, which I was perfectly okay with getting locked out of temporarily, I am not okay with getting locked out of the lair. So I do have to stand my ground here, which means I have to go for over excessive force as necessary to confirm that I get kills. Alright, there should be replacement food inside there the moment I get back in. There are superior weapons I could be going for. What am I wielding? An elven dagger of unknown value? Yeah, I could definitely be doing better than this. Considering that I'm at maxed piety, and I'm a Sifmuna worshipper, and that I'm looking for other things to train, invocations is not a bad choice. Just, get that 0 to 2, or not 0, that 1, 2, 3 piety range to like 5, 6, 7. Or hell, even 3 consistently would be better. Why are we still carrying Wand of Paralysis? Do I seriously not have any ID scrolls? Start identifying stuff or just throwing it away, please. I'm sick of you carrying all this crap in your inventory. And throw that away. You fly inherently. Unless something transmutes you into a tree, you're pretty much always going to be okay. For flying's sake. I'm going to take 1 point in strength right now. It's a little bit of a side trip, but I think it's worth it, considering that I'm constantly at weight issues, and more importantly, the desire to randomly fly. In the future, I'm going to hit a point where I have perma-swiftness as long as I have flight, and it'll be nice to have that ability easier to use. Dropping the silver darts, because I assume they're heavier than the ordinary variety. Dropping half the telly scrolls, because 9 is plenty. Oh, shit. Stay out of range, but then we're out of range of fireball. So get in range, but not, in suicidal range, and then nail it. Okay, we have to be even closer than that. These are all summons for the most part, so we're just going to back off and accept that we cannot in fact kill this statue just yet. That is not a summon. That is a big-ass polar bear. That is a dead-ass big polar bear. That is not a summon either. That is not a summon either. Anyone else not summoned want to die? Just come this way, please. We'll just be handing them out, hot dickings, to anybody that thinks they can take me on. What is that? What is that? Fine, if you're so resistant, deals it on someone else. You probably can't resist anything. It's polymorph. Shit. Actually, there's nothing in this area that's gonna use polymorph against me, so I can ditch that pretty easily here. Anyway, I've got plenty of remove curses, so let's just try on random rings until I find something of note. Wow, both of them. I've been carrying wizardry and magic power, and I've been using fucking positive energy. What am I, a moron? Let's go poison resistance plus magical power. As much as wizardry sounds like a good idea, I'm not currently using any spells that I couldn't use without it. So I'm not as concerned, but I'm definitely going to keep it on hand, because in the future that may not be the case. Well, it doesn't have to be on hand, but I'm going to keep it in my mind that I own that ability now. Drink a random potion, degeneration, okay, drop it. Jesus. Many death, much love, am happy. Honestly, just what the hell was you thinking? You know what? Just drink them all. I want to get mutated now. I'm sick of this bullshit waiting for the mutation and doing everything that. Okay, mutation did not land despite my momentary lapse in concentration. What is Staff of Power? It just increases my power. Wow! It puts me at 51 mana if I'm using this. Considering that I'm otherwise wielding a dagger, hell yeah, I'm gonna wield this until I have something better to do. Which means I can now spam fireballs for a while. And just go down to ordinary levels of mana. Okay, now we need to run. Swiftness, run. Ring around the elephants. Cut one up. Okay. Reactivate swiftness. Run around the elephants. And we have enough mana to start doing it all over again, right? Nope, we're nearly starving. That's a problem. Let's get the hell out of here before I die. Where the hell is the exit? Close the door. Eat food. Go to the elephant corpse I cut up. Eat food. You are fucked, man. I don't know why you keep fighting me. Now I'm ready for you. And as they say when playing freeze tag, ready or not, here I come. No, melee freeze. There you go. Actually, we can go ahead and... I could technically just buff my troll leather armor at this point, because I am going to continue using it for a very long time, if past experience is any indication. I kind of tend to like this armor a lot. Even better than some of the dragon armors that otherwise would be superior choices. Not sure why I'm not doing it. I guess I don't value 1 AC that much. When your AC is as low as 5, it's not like it gets significantly better by going up to 6 or 7. I have exactly 1,000 gold. That's kind of cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gloves, 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 gloves. Alright, I want to compare these gloves. So let's go for the gloves I found, a -5 pair, to the gloves I found, a +1 pair. Do you see why acquirement sometimes just sucks? Can I, like, drop everything, please? Alright, there we go. I feel pretty strong right now. I took on a herd of elephants successfully. And I'm now gaining all manner of utility abilities. You'll notice that I'm spread over 4 skills, but there's a reason. I'm no longer trying to focus a specific skill. I'm not building towards any one thing in particular. I'm just trying to become a little more tanky in a general sense. So I need to build everything. More health, more dodge, more armor. More. And the side benefit of armor training is that it will quickly negate the armor penalty, which is, while not super visible on the spells that I'm casting now, going to be relevant on spells I cast later. Did I ever find a shield? No. Okay. I would actually favor my odds against an Orcish Knight right now if I could get a floor to myself to take it out one-on-one. In other words, if I could lure it upstairs, I could probably kill it. I'm hungry and there's no food. All chunks have rotted. Now I have to go. Eat a strawberry quickly. Eat a pear. Swiftness. I need the swiftness to buy myself the time so that I can do this. Fortunately, he didn't leave a corpse, which I really needed. You left a corpse, which I needed. Thank you, Monsieur Rat. You shall fuel my hate for another generation. Boom. Swiftness. Why is swiftness not escaping you? There you go. There you see. Boom. Eat me a tea. Okay, now you're all dead. And I'll eat myself back into a coma. Food coma. Thank God food coma is not a mechanic in this game. What's that? You just went from full to completely engorged at once? Well, you need to take a nap. Bolt of cold sounds very painful. I'm glad that he's dead. Oh, shit! We're just gonna get out of harm's way. Let's just go. Let's just go. Heal wounds. Heal wounds again. And he's dead. That is naturally the time for a fucking Hydra to show up. I put on swiftness so I can run faster. Okay, we escaped. Eat myself back to full. And this is also, by the way, a side reason for using fighting training. Tankiness in general. Take a few moments to channel back mana before I continue firing. And now, swiftness is still active, so we run. Wow, I'm being flanked. Great time to teleport. Great time to use a Scroll of Fear. That is not what that was. That was not a great teleport. We are going to re-teleport. That was again not a great teleport. We are going to re-teleport. Cure out of the poison. That was an acceptable teleport. It took me in the right direction at least. It's a shame that I teleported to the same fucking screen twice. Just go upstairs and eat, please. Things are getting pretty hardcore. I want to be full before this next fight. Also, we're just gonna quickly turn off a bunch of skills real quick here. I want this spell hunger to become a less big issue, and it's actually becoming a very frustrating issue right now, so we're just gonna do that. Swiftness, miscasted, are you serious? Swiftness and Secundarunes. Pull. Fire. 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 They're dead. Get back my mana. Pull. I don't know what that wand is. Let's try that randomly. No idea. Okay, it needs a target. VN target. Pull. If a sheep can resist it, it can't be that good. Oh crap, I'm fucking constricted. Okay, they're all dead. Let's just go upstairs until this magic resist fail wears off. Try on these new gloves. Ditch the new gloves because they're not as good as my old ones. Swiftness back in. I don't know why rotten meat is really a mechanic. Should be much easier to drop. Oh right, it is. I just haven't set the options in this version of the game. Kill everything that moves. Make noise so that more things come moving. Book of Air should be used for something. Yep, it's got repel missiles, which I will absolutely learn. And then ditch the book. I think that's usually my letter E, right? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've played this game. How are we doing for spell hunger? 3 and 5. Okay. It's getting there. Or rather, it's moving. MR ring. While MR is a wonderful thing, it's not worth a ring slot to me. Yes! I was hoping that would light the bush on fire, and that's exactly what it did. I'm gonna make the rash assumption that the Oklab plant will not survive when the whole surroundings burst into fire. It's not a rash assumption at all. Sarcasm is not something I do so well, huh? Are you serious? You lived? Oh, that's just bullshit is what it is. Oh. I kinda didn't pay any attention to my health there. Why was I fighting an Oklab in the first place? There's like a million better ways to do that than I did. I could have gone back for my polymorph wand, just changed it. I didn't have to fight it at all in the first place. I don't even know what I was thinking. Yeah, you know what? I plead not being entirely in the zone today. If I can screw up that badly 3 times in a row, well, 2 times in a row. The second time was kind of bullshit. The first and the third time, however, was totally on me. No, the first time was a Sigmund. Anyway. I wanted to play some Dungeon Crawl, I have, but I'm getting frustrated with the game right now, so I think this is as good a time as any to call it quits. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.